Let's go. Good morning. Hype. Welcome. FOMC day, baby. I'm feeling slightly better. Killer day yesterday. We're going to crush it again today. Fingers crossed. Ooh, pre-market selling. What's going on here? Check it out. Let's get all the news and stuff up here. All right, guys. You guys know the pre-market routine. Get the sector spiders up. Get my calendar. Get my news aggregator. I am so like fog-brained. It's unreal. But good morning, no rate cut. You think no rate cut? Oh yeah, possible. They did the dot plots suggested that they would give a full basis point for the year, and we've got 75 of the hundreds. So chances are that the Fed Fund futures were pricing in like 98% of a 125 basis point. I think the muted response on that expected noise. I think nothing's gonna happen from that. Oh shit! Look at this pre-market. What's going on here? Pre-market SP falling 20 points just to pre-position for Fed. No rally, no sell-off. We're gonna be in the middle. Kind of looking for that 61.10 area to buy. But if no cut, watch out. I would say that the response is going to be muted. I feel like the Wall Street, if there's no cut, the market's going to be very violent. I think if there's no cut and the market sells, it will immediately get bought back up and rally. That's what I feel. The market's looking, the short squeeze is still real, still very real. Market's looking for any kind of way, any kind of reason to find a dip to buy. There are people that can't get out of their shorts where they are. Let's get a little impact line here. But yeah. So we don't trade, you guys out of the rule, we don't trade into FOMC because of that very reason. We wait. The news comes out muted, it's going to go nowhere. Right? The same expectation. It comes out with a no cut. It'll probably dip really hard. I'm going to find my supports and long back off of them. TD band, TD float, trades, MHP, things like that. And then the press conference where it's going to be, we need to see how aggressive they're going to be going into next year. That's the important part. Smash that like button, baby. Keep these display settings. There's a display setting in the middle of my screen. The fuck? That's weird. Oh, yeah, let's keep them. That is so weird. It's frozen on there. I was turning my tablet on. Okay, let's see. Did it freeze on there? I didn't even see that. It's weird because it's frozen on the screen. Hold on. Hold on, you guys. That is so funny. Let me change the display here. Oh god, that is so weird. It's not really active on my screen. Share everything. We're good over here. Hold on. Let me change it. What the heck? That's so weird because it's not even really here. All right, I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. What's up, y'all? All right, so the display settings box wasn't actually really there. It was an artifact. That's so crazy. That was me turning my tablet on. All right, boys and girls. Oh, shit, we are below MHP. Let's check it. Okay, oh, damn. Okay, look. All right. There's no the drill. Is this legit? Okay. All right. All right, we know BRLD. Let's go ahead and do the notes here. There's another rule here. Let me move this out of the way. Come over here. All right, so MHP long on NASDAQ. That's one of the ones. We're going to take a little scalp at the start of the day. A little dippy dip. Okay, look at the notes. Both your res is less than 0. So boxes resistance. That's it today. There's trading inside of here. That's it. There's a 90% chance close above here by end of day. And that's it. So be careful. Breaking MHP is very hard. We don't normally do much down here. So I'm expecting dip to buy, which is good. Negative resilience means the box is right, selling off of that. Friends, don't forget to hit that like button at the bottom right of the screen. Give us some love. I got Flu Deluxe over here. I'm still gonna show up and stream with you guys. All right, the S&P. Let's see what we got. All right, so bear long down. So we opened like right on the par. So it's kind of the hardest part to think about. You guys know here there's a resistance trade there. If we break, it's from here to here always, and this is high of day, and I close out. So the question is, should I chase along right here at the open? Something small. Res is like blah. But it is on the edge. Anytime you open flat, res can flip-flop in a heartbeat. And I feel like we're going to be selling off at the open now. You know what I'm going to do? Fuck it. I always take a good bet on that one. I'm not going to bet that we sell off. Not in the Fed. Let's take a little bit of this one. I'm going to err to the bull side. Greater market, DD ratio greater than half are good. S&P just slightly above MHP. I don't bet the MHP breaks, but if we do, it sells pretty hard. Either case, I'm willing to take a little bit of bet. I'm not doing this on all my accounts, just a couple of them. Bull market's still stable, I guess, but it's not showing definite decline like rapidly between now and March. It's just showing waves, like waves down. The bull markets can have waves. I look and sound so much better. I still can't taste anything. I can't fucking smell anything, nothing. So that's the one sad part. It's kind of like when I had COVID. The first of the 3 times I've had COVID. By the way, I've had COVID 3 times. You guys don't know that. I was like patient 0 in 2020. When everyone thought COVID wasn't even a real thing. And I show up with COVID on a stream. Oh hell, we're breaking it. We're breaking MHP, aren't we? Yeah. Just trim that down a little bit. Yeah, it's opening flat, so the market, anything can happen. So MHP tap on NASDAQ is pretty good. This is not good to be below here, so I probably shouldn't be in a position. Let me trim that out pretty quick. I only did this on a couple of the accounts because I wasn't really going to risk a lot on this one. What I want to see is a breakthrough here, and it can go either direction, so that's the problem. I always err to bet on the bull side. So with resilience negative, though, it's not that hot, so I'm trimming it a little tiny bit. Get our RD levels on this one. Let's go ahead and mark it for NASDAQ. The S&P, it's going to be 60.85, 61.65. Have it for you guys. Friends, smash that like button. Give me some love in the chat. Bottom right of the screen. Let's go. Don't hesitate. Everybody get to your phone. Give us some love. We want to see 50%. 50%. Let's go. Give you guys free knowledge today. 61.66 and 60.85. And then for NASDAQ, it's going to be 22,449. 22,159. Remember, I'm not betting on a sell-off like leading in the Fed. That's just a silly thing. But who knows, right? Market is trying to. Stats are kind of blah. S&P does have MHP and HP support in this area, so not a big deal. Nasdaq's getting very close to lower MHP as well. So Nasdaq is the trade today. It's the one that's selling the hardest. It's the one that's going to bounce the hardest if it does. S&P is the stronger of the two. So I'm taking S&P on this one. 532.5 is an automatic long on Nasdaq. I'll help that every single time. God, we gave you the worst short throw you ever had. Dude, COVID wrecked me. And I used streaming in 2020. And everybody was like, are you hearing about this COVID thing? It was like February, and the market's starting to crash. And people were like, no, it's not even real. I hear it's a scam, blah, blah, blah. And then like not long after I got it, in the time when people didn't think it was a real thing. And all of you guys, the ones that were here, I was the first person many of you knew that had COVID. I caught it from this chick I was dating at the time who was an anesthesiologist, who got it from the hospital she's working at. And they kicked her out and sent her home. And I was like, oh, I'll take care of you. I'll make you soup and stuff. And then I got sick. And then I'm like, oh, I really had like the real COVID. But this is like, alpha COVID, like the original one, the one that sucked. It sucks now, but that was the one that sucked the most. All right. So I'm kind of diddling in the middle here. SPY is resilience negative, which is not good for the bottom of the box. So I'm kind of not in a good spot here. It's a bad trade to be in. I took a long on the bull zone break. I take this trade every single time, and I hit it somewhat hard because I was expecting it to be decent being into Fed. Well, hard is in like medium small. Here, a break from here goes to there. I'll take that scalp and call it a day and lead up in the Fed. You had it before anyone else, before your wife took care of patient zero. Oh, dude, no way. All right, that's what I'm looking for. This is not good. This is not good here. So that could be a sell to 602.5. It's a 15-point drop. We'll see. You'll see, y'all. See what we get. Although this is a rejection at 604 is selling pressure, so we'll see. That's the one part I'm worried about. Tap MHB, will it sell off? Should I reverse the trade? That's what I'm curious about. What do y'all think? Is this should I short on MHP? When it does the test, I might close this out. I always try to bet to the long side though, but this is an appropriate short. The BRLD is a short setup. It's a short scalp setup from hedge to hedge, 15 points a drop. And this could be it. That's the problem. What do we do, y'all? Going for Vegas, thought you had a cold, thought your eardrums were going to burst while landing. Jay, dude, I had the same thing happen. When I flew with my, with the cold, felt like your eardrum was going to bust. It was the most painful experience you ever felt in your head. I've been exactly there. When I flew to Bitcoin conference in 2022, I was sick. Spent 3 weeks there. I was hanging out with Stock Market News and Wolf Financial and a bunch of, and Rishi, the CEO of StockTwits, a bunch of us went out there. And the CEO at the time. And we were hanging out. And the minute I landed, like my ear was on fire. And it had like clogged up. I couldn't even hear anything. But like the plane as it was landing, it was like ripped a hole in my ear. It was so bad. My eardrum, I felt like it was dead. So I went to an ENT. Immediately when I landed, I booked an appointment to go check it out. It's crazy. I know the feeling. And as the plane is descending, it's like throbbing harder and harder and harder. Oh, it's like the worst, dude. All right, we're waiting on this one. Let me get that press, that MHP break and press. That a little bit of pre-selling, pre-market, but we're good here. All right, guys, we're bringing back the lifetime giveaway. We were doing it for Christmas, for New Year's. We've been doing some giveaways. Probably like every week we'll give away one for a little bit. If you're a membership in our monthly program, which means you have a membership to the Rocket Scooter platform with your data fees, with liquidity maps, we have free training that comes with that, and you'll be subscribing. Our customer base is one of the biggest futures trading groups on the planet. We have like over 6,000 paid members, probably countless more free ones. You guys can join. That's the reason we're so big and getting so big. We have a really awesome training program, Futures Traders. I'm a live funded trader with Elite Trader Funding. I trade their real money. I'm also trading my own personal account plus a bunch of Apex PA accounts. Stick around. Be requesting a 6-figure payout, my first payout with Apex. You'll see that one. I've been waiting to get a big one. My first 6-figure payout with Apex. So I'm going to do that one. And then you guys can hang out and see that. But anyways, we're doing a drawing. So if you are in the first, if you're in the group, membership monthly, for half price of the first month, you can check out what we do. It's only $99, but it comes with the platform subscription and all the training and stuff comes with it. And then as long as you're a monthly member, you can enter into a drawing, give away one lifetime. I was going to do it on the 20th. But since I was sick and out, I'm going to give you one more week. So I'm going to do early next week, like pre-Christmas. And I'm going to give out 2. So. Now we wait. FOMC is expected. Let me show you guys the FOMC stuff. Look at this. According to the Fed Watch, these are the probabilities today. 98.8%. We're going to be at 4.25, 4.5. 1.2%. We get an extra 25 on it. So Wall Street is definitely pricing in a cut. I'm sorry, of no cut. Sorry, 1.2% no cut. 98.8%. 125. So a massive upset would be 50. Clearly, we're not going to get 50. Nobody in the Fed voted on that in the dot plot. Shows all the member votes that was the appropriate policy. So most everyone was stating, remember, that piecing it together, the Fed towards the middle of the year said we're going to cut 1 basis point by the end of the year. The dot plot showed that. We've had, or 100. We've had 75 with 100. So this is the last month, so 25 is left. The Wall Street is accurately predicting that, pricing it in. Small percent chance nothing happens. So be on the lookout for the nothing happens chance. Nasdaq analysis, let's go. Let me do Nasdaq analysis here. BLD is an open, orange, open setup. If res is greater than 0, you get the gap and go, or the open close gets filled, and then we have the gap and go situation. This is trade number 1, trade number 2. Actually, I'm sorry, it's 1A and 1B. There's also on MHP break, there's a setup from here to here. 2 different pressures there. So really, an MHP long is what I was waiting for. Resilience is negative, so I have pressure this way. That white line is a predictor of what happens in this box. This little dashed line right here can forecast which side we end up on. If the white line is down here, then the index is going to end up down here. That's what's so good about Rocket Security. This is a an aggregate of all the stocks. So if the stocks are down here, the index is wanting to be down here. So any move up, I don't trust it. So I get a quick pop, take the profit. But you need the stocks to follow the index for me to trust it. All right. Feeling a little bit better. Definitely feeling better. Drinking coffee to dry me up today. Yesterday I was dead. Man, I was so dead. Hold on. I want to see. I had family come over. And one of our best friends came over to take care of us. Me. Hold on, let me get a little picture. So IDOC also, she just got sick. She's starting to feel it. So this was yesterday. Had family coming over. That was me. Dead. Look, I'm still wearing the same fucking shirt. It's Grandpa and the puppy. Oh, how do I? Oops. Let me go back. Oh, how do I show my? Yeah, so that's us. Like they came over. They're making pho. If you guys like Vietnamese food, oh man, homemade pho. Well, it's my opinion that our friend here was the only person that we saw. She was staying with us for a week, and so it's the only person I saw. So the joke was, I was like, I got my germs from you. I know it, and I was just joking with her. So she probably had it and was immune. So I told her, I was like, you're probably not gonna get sick. She's like, yeah, no, I feel fine. So that was our friend. She stayed with us for a week. The only person I was face to face with, like in a small enclosed area, like in our house. So I was like, okay, maybe I caught something from her. We all, we all eat family style here. So when anyone's in your house and you're gonna eat after them, you're gonna get sick. But then I got sick. I got sick not long after, recently. For me, it was Thursday. I started feeling it. Yesterday, she started feeling it. So our friend is not sick. Our parents are not sick. So we're good so far. Did I ask her what the fuck? She makes it in a. She goes, "This is my quick hack for pho." She came over with a wagon full of like pre-cooked chicken broth, everything. Really took care. It was really nice. Although I couldn't taste anything. She's like, "Is it good?" I was like, "The texture's good. Feels good." I can't taste a single thing. That's the problem. Taste and smell completely gone. But I have a trick for that. If you guys lose your taste and smell, I have a complete trick for it. Guys, I'm sick at streaming. Hit that like button. Bunch of lazy fuckers. Oh my god. I love you. I'm seeing the fucking lazy. Come on. We get up every morning. You got a third of you guys pushed one button for 1 second. I don't have discipline to do that. You have discipline to win at trades, boys. Come on. Chop chop. Swear to God. I have to yell like a yellow pickle. Get your fucking shit together. Listen, they had this, she came over. Hopefully Emrat, yeah, Rez is pushing higher, it's good. But, yeah, so she made it in an Instapot with the pressure cooker setting. Usually fuzz, like you cook it in the bones all day and then you skim the broth off and it's like this crystal clear chicken soup broth. It's always so good. You know, and it's flavored with like star anise and cinnamon and stuff. But she made it Instapot. She's like, it took like 30 minutes to make, and it's like the hack way to do it, but it was very good. Good morning, what's up, Spider? How you doing, man? Nvidia, let's go. Like I said, I'm erring to the side of bullishness, and Nvidia broke out of MHP, which is good. We want to see that break side of Nvidia. Orange to blue is it, but just be careful because we did open below. It's only a 10% chance we stay above. So if Nvidia picks up some momentum right here, that's pretty good. But Nvidia is pretty much carrying the rest of the market because all the rest of the market is down. See how resilience is below zero. Nvidia being above zero, it means that the entirety of the market's pretty bad today compared. So Nvidia definitely keeping the market from collapsing, but we'll see. Okay, this is the setup I want to see. Trading the S&P today. I want to see here to here. And I'll close out before bed. That's it. You made yogurt in Instapot? How the hell do you do that? How do you make yogurt in Instapot? That's some crazy stuff. Teach me your ways, man. How do you even do that? I don't even know how to make yogurt to begin with. What the hell is yogurt even made of? It's milk, right? I mean, it's like, I know it's milk or milk something, but like, how do you, what goes into it that makes it some kind of culture, right? That sours the milk, some kind of bacteria or some yeast or something. I hit the like button. I'll pay you. Send me your Bitcoin wallet or whatever the fuck they call it. Give me your crypto wallet. How do you even say that? I'm so behind the times. Was it called a wallet? Send me your digital wallet. I'll send you some Zach Morris coins or something. I'll send you 10 billion of them. That's worth $5. Send me your Bitcoin wallet. I sound like a fucking grandpa explaining the internet. Why don't you look it up on the Google? I can get all the answers on the Google. I do sound like a whole milk and then add yogurt with active culture. Wait, what? You make yogurt by taking milk and adding yogurt? Bro, that's like making cheese by taking cheese and adding cheese to it. Wait, you can't, you're cheating. You can't add yogurt to milk? Or is yogurt the culture? Is it like a, so you start with yogurt. You have yogurt. You make a yogurt out of yogurt, bro. Tell me more. That's brilliant. How do you do it? I'm just kidding with you. I guess it's a lot to make the yogurt culture from scratch, right? Yeah, I'm just fucking with you. Cannot use the word in the definition. That's cool. That is cool. So is it like plain Greek yogurt, like your just basic flavor? I hit this with like maybe like 6 or so of the 20 accounts. I didn't do it with all of them. Just the one you guys see on the screen, a handful more. Infinite yogurt glitch. That's it. The guy prints yogurt like the Treasury prints money. The infinite yogurt glitch. You guys are hilarious. Let's take it high a day. Let's retrace that futures move, baby. Let's go. Infinite yogurt glitch. Y'all are so funny. Take it as free money. It's free real estate, baby. I'll take it. Let's just go. Not free money, but there's some risk there. But up here to retrace. You take the end of your yogurt, add to the milk. Bro, I know that same trick. Don't try to teach me stuff. I do the same trick with celery. I've got infinite celery glitch, bro. I take the bottom of my celery and I regrow my celery. I'll tell you, I've invented the infinite celery glitch. Actually, my grandma invented that. Actually, somebody's grandma's great grandma in 10,000 years ago invented that, but I got the infinite celery glitch, so don't even hate. You can regrow celery forever. Not that you need to. Who eats that much celery in volume? But hey, you know what? It's cool to have a cup of like moldy water celery just sitting there. You can regrow onions the same way. Take the end of your yogurt pot, then add the milk, then ferment, then boom, you have a full batch of yogurt. You have to strain it for Greek yogurt, get the whey out. What is the difference between Greek yogurt and regular yogurt? What is, I don't even know it. I don't eat yogurt. This is why I'm asking these questions. I have this weird complex about milk. I don't usually drink or eat milky things. It's just so weird. It's a texture. I don't know. Milk makes me all phlegmy. When I was a kid, I'd slam some Go-Gurts though. Cotton candy flavored ones. I know it sounds really disgusting. I don't really do yogurt. I don't really do milk. Now, cream, and half I do. But like, just milk, it's watery and thick at the same time. It's weird to me. Let's get the overnight dynamic target. See, we're tapping right here. We're pretty good on this. S&P's there. Nasdaq is there. Retracing to the middle. Nasdaq in a little support. That's not bad. I don't hate it. All right, let's hopefully we not retrace on this. I want to see us at least. Like, I don't know what this pre-market selling was all about. You guys, were y'all paying attention? Oh, today's Wednesday. It's VIX expiration. Oh, that's why. I'm like, why is this happening? Babe, this was VIX expiration. So VIX monthly's expired this morning. That's that. Okay. This little resetting of volatility. That's not a big deal. Well, yeah, but typically why you move pre-market on a Wednesday, on the third Wednesday of the month, is VIX monthly expiration. We should have a new triple B. Let's do it real quick, boys. All right, chat, check it out. We have to do it. That's December. Let's do January. Sorry. Brain fog is crazy. Let me tell you a story of how bad my brain fog is. A couple of things. I'll tell you guys some craziness. One more burp up. I'll take it. I don't know if we're gonna get some momentum leading the Fed, but I'd like to take that one last little burp up. All right, we're above triple B, the new one, 1637. Where we at here? I had the worst brain fog. Like, okay, this is like fucking me up. So a couple of things, right? Like, I'm carrying some Topo Chicos, like a box of them. Literally carrying. I talk about in Discord, like Topo Chicos, a 12-pack. I'm holding it by one hand and just like dangling it by the side while I was carrying it to the kitchen. I'm just holding it. I'm walking across the kitchen, and here's how bad my brain fog was. I literally just let go of the box. The box didn't even rip. Like, for some reason, I was not comprehending that I was holding a box of Topo Chicos. I literally was just walking, and it just fell out of my hand. I can't even comprehend what I did. I think I forgot I was holding something, and I like went to reach for something else. I don't know, but I dropped this thing, and it sprayed Topo Chico everywhere, and I was like, "What the hell?" Like, I dropped. I was like, "Did a box break?" No, the box didn't break. So the brain fog is really bad. It's pretty crazy. So I'm gonna take my trade to 605 and call it. I'm gonna knock out of this one as soon as I hit it. Gonna be done for the day. And when I get sick, I get extra ticky. You guys know I have Tourette's, so I fucking like twitch and stuff sometimes. When I'm sick, I get like my hand twitches a lot. So I'm all like my little ticks get worse. It's the worst part, being sick. My body just don't like it. Come on, baby, let's go. Hit that high a day. We got about 5 more points to run on this. 4 points. 6134, I'm going to tap out. That was a nice setup. Let's take a look at it. I've had a great trading month. Can't gonna lie. MHP break. Be careful on this one. Coffee and eggs. Eggs will be good. No coffee though, babe. How you feeling? Everyone, IDOC is here. Look at this girl. Sick, dying, still offering to make me eggs. This is a champ. This girl's a keeper. I'm gonna tell y'all what. Let's go. Ooh. Come on, all the way. All the way. Resilience is still not positive, which I don't like. My brain is just telling me to cut out of this. We're losing momentum. I know I'm going to be a little bitch about it, but I'm going to just trim. I'm not getting the res I want. I'm just going to lock out and wait on this one. I pocketed it. I'm not. Nothing exciting. It's a little bit of pocket cash. I ain't gonna complain. I need to get resilience here. I know I'm trimming early, being a wuss, but resilience is fighting. That's it. That's all I got. A little bit of that. I still have my ETF open. I still have one account, one open, and one account. I closed out most of them. I just have one locked in to finish up. I got my ETF long as well. Like I said, resilience is negative, so it's rare. It's gonna hit high a day, and I'm gonna be fully out of this. I mean, like I said, we only got 3 more points. I'm gonna kind of be like, I'm still gonna hang on. Where's that other account? There it is. I'm not trimming. Yeah, no. If you trim, you just trim when you lose confidence, winning or losing. It's not to lock in profit. It's to remove risk. I wasn't trying to tie in. The mentality has to be different. It's not like I made some money. Let me put it in my pocket. It's not it. It's I don't have the signal I want. Let me get risk off the table. It's not risk of. It's not. So I'm not treating it like I'm putting money in my pocket. Just remember, you guys. I don't trim from winners just to lock in. I get the whole trade if I want. If something scares me off, I start removing. I was already in a small position to begin with. Yeah, Richie nailed it. So I'm not. You guys see me trimming? It's because I don't have the signal I want to give me that oomph. Now again, this isn't a reversal signal, but whenever you have S&P, resilience is negative, like it is right now. That's a bull trap. So we know this, and I just don't want to be stuck. It's kind of stuck in the middle. I know I might get lucky and get that final burp up, but in the middle, right? We know there's pressure like this in the middle. I always trade here to here every single time, under the special case of this not being greater than 0. It could possibly be bull trap. I'm still hanging on to it with a couple of the accounts on the side. I closed the one you guys can see here. I mean, it's right on the edge. I got 2 more. I'm being a little picky. 61.33, and that's it. Or 32, that's it. I mean, it's right there. One more bump. Let's go. One more bump. One more bump. Let's go. Let's go. Tap it. Ooh, you guys. It's market's healing itself just a little bit, though. You guys know, I teach you guys, this is part of the class. You guys need to take our classes. Class, stream. How often do I take this trade? Everyone. This trade right here. This one right here. This one's my favorite setup now. This one. How often? We'll teach you guys this. The classes are literally $20. Now, it used to not be for sale. How often do I take this trade? Every single fucking time. Every time. Every time. Jesus Christ. This one right here. Every time. Every time. Every single time. It's such a great trade. 90% chance. 90% probability that trade works. It's my high win rate. I milk this trade all day, every time. Every time. Every time. All right, let's check out for other ones. Look at IWM so I can find other trades. That's about 7 and 7, 14, 2,000, 3,000, 38, 41, 40. That's $4,700 today on all the accounts. Let's keep going. What else do I got? IWM? Nope. We're good. Every single time, baby. Every single time. All right, so we'll take a look at this. Like I said, I'm not expecting the market to sell off. There's no selling pressure today. Market's pretty solid. Let's look at monthly maps on Qs, though. Okay, guys, go here real quick. Do me a favor. That could be done for the day. You know what I'm saying? Our 20 days profitability mindset masterclass. This is 20 days. You learn everything you need to know about how to bet in the market. 20 days. And it's usually not for sale. It's usually reserved for our members only. So if you aren't a member and you still want to use our stuff, get used to our stuff and learn these setups. The setups I teach you in here. We have an MHP, which is 90% chance. We have the one you saw just now. And these are under ideal conditions. That's that those things don't look bad. There to there, it's a 70 to 90% chance. The 90% is when those are all agreeable. Bull zone bottom, 70 to 90. Hedge pressure, regular hedge pressure, blue one, 80%. These are the setup percentages. We have 4 major strategies that are over 70% accurate. It's a probabilistic thing. You can't predict the stock market, but it's probability. 80% of days will close on the same side of weekly hedge pressure. 90% of days will close on the same side, monthly hedge pressure, open close. I traded the 80% win rate. When I finally took these 4 strategies, we had all these strategies we used, and we narrowed down our training to these major 4 ones. The first time I test drove that was in the ETF monthly trading competition, and I got 450% gain, and I got first place. And I even started 10 days late for a monthly contest. I started 10 days late, still won that thing. Because all I do is focus on high probability setups. If I don't get it, I don't take it. And I just wait. And you guys may not have that patience. But I might have made more yesterday and today than those of you in an entire year of trading. Just waiting. We teach you how to wait. That's it. There's no promise you're going to get results. There's no promise your results will mimic mine at all. I'm pretty fucking good at this. You're probably not. But you will hopefully learn something from us about patience. That's what we teach. So here at NASDAQ, right? Just match the dots. MHP. 90% of days will close on the same side we open. We open here in NASDAQ futures. 90% of days will close here. So if the market is falling, well, everyone's like, oh my God, it's selling off. I'm like, oh my God, I'm longing 90% of the time. So I wait. Bull zone bottom under ideal conditions, 70, 90%. Today, these are ideal to the upside. 90% of days will likely close on the same side of bull zone. So as this is playing around, I'm like, I got 2 really strong supports. Oh, FOMC's come out. Okay. So if FOMC slams us down right here, what would you do? Say that FOMC comes out and you saw this, right? Jay Powell opened his mouth, said something dumb, market, and then hits there. What would you do? Pop quiz, everybody. Pop quiz. What would you do? This is we train you, and our training is just like this. Like, what would you do? Pretend you don't know anything except for what I drew on the screen. Market's red, and everybody's probably like, oh crap, market's crashing. I should sell. What are you doing? Buy the motherfucking dip, baby. Let's go. Miguel got it. Simon got it. Didi. Yeah, you probably would take the probability. Thank you. You probably take the probability. Hold on. Hey, IDoc. Come here. Emergency. Got that. Got my eggs. And I'm so happy at the new house because these black specks in the eggs are no longer ants. It's actually pepper. I know the ants don't eat my food anymore. Yeah. So if the market fell to here, I would have a probability that it stays on the same side. I would take a long setup from here with the stop. Simon said, yeah, 40 points. I take a 1 strike stop on Q, which is 40 points in NASDAQ futures. That's it. And why would I do that? Well, and I hit it with a small trade because the momentum's pretty bad and it's selling. Okay. Hit it with like a contract or two. From 531 to 532.5, just right here, is a 60-point move. You convert in your head. Every 1 point on QQQ is 40 points on futures, right? So 1.5 is 60 with a 40. Now you're at 1.5 to 1 reward to risk ratio, which is very good, solid setup. And I take the long there. And in FOMC, it's exactly, and I'm telling you guys, this is exactly the trade I want to do. I want the FOMC to have like no response, and I want the market to kind of play around and then sell, and then I long. So check this out. You never thought of this. Did you ever watch like chess grandmasters play, right? You got all your pieces here and their pieces here. These, like this guy's like, I'm going to move my piece here. And if he moves that there, then I'll move this one. If he moves this one, I'll move that one. If he moves this one, I'll move this one. And then if he moves that one to that one, then I'll do these. They're thinking like 3, 4, 5 steps ahead. You realize just this mentality alone, I'm training your brain in our courses. We do it to think like a chess grandmaster. Right now, here's what I'm hoping. The market floats up and then sells. And then I get really solid setups here. I get solid setups from here. So I'm waiting for this move to avoid. I'm not doing that right now. I already took this trade. While everybody right now is probably like, should I get in on this? And here I am locking in like $5,000 already, right? So the idea is that there's a lot of people that are trying to figure out what to do now. And here what I'm doing, I'm going to sit out right now. I'm going to let Jay Powell slam it down. And I'm going to buy the dip. I am not 1. I am not 2. I am 3, possibly 4 steps ahead. This is my first entry. This is my second entry. So now I'm thinking 4 steps out. And that's the difference between me and you probably. We teach you how to do this, right? Why am I trying the index ticker instead of futures ticker? Let me introduce you to liquidity maps. It's the hack of the market. Look, in futures, okay, you know futures and equities, they all track the index. You understand that, right? Great question. Part of Rocket Scooter's trick for trading futures is you're tracking this for the liquidity maps. So we have 2 different sets of indicators. Futures has its own indicators. They're right here. Futures has its own indicators. Here are the stats on this. We look at both of them side by side because if you're looking at the index alone, what are the futures doing and what are the equities doing? They're going to both have independent data sets, so it's confluence. Does that make sense? I'm Kursal. By the way, you guys remember, we're mathematicians here. The stats of this, in futures, we have different indicators. These are called DD bands. Only 4% of days will close above them, 8% of days will close below, and 88% of days will close between them. So this day is likely to stay inside of here 88% of days. Under ideal conditions, this orange line, where we open at the start of the Globex, it's roughly 90% of days we close on the same side. So with futures, you now can draw these arrows like this of the probabilities of the moves. You see that? So far, cares all so good. And look, 88% of days we're here, 88% of days are there, 90% of days are here, and it just so happens we're like floating literally in the middle of those 2 arrows. So far, so good. Tell me you got it so far. Right, so we're driving the price based on the average. Which one takes precedence? They're all equally important. They all stack up. And my mouse just died, whatever. They're all equally important. Some of these indicators rank above each other. That's in our courses. We'll teach you which one of these is more important. But as far as futures and equities together, they all are important. You can draw master strategies. Let me show you QQQ on top of this. Get ready. So remember, QQQ had a pivot there and slightly lower. I'll draw them all combined on one chart. Right? So like in QQQ, there's like that green line was about here. Right? NASDAQ. And the orange actually is a little bit lower. So the orange line was about 212. 60 points, and the orange line was like 10 points. Okay. So you get the most information from equities. I promise. When you trade futures, you're going to get more information from your equities chart than you ever will. So the green line's actually more like here. And that other orange line is like here. Out there. Okay, so let me explain all of it to you together. You ready? This is from futures. I'm going to put an F here. 90% of days we support there. They're all going to be based on different data sets. This is based on options. QQQ, I'm going to put equities is a 90% there. So you have multiple pivots. This is futures, 88%. So together, it's super confluence. You got pivots here, you got pivots here. So basically the market is really strong support from both angles. We look at both sides. Oops, what did I just hit? So what I'm doing is whenever equities, because I know where my bigger pivots are on futures, but I'm watching equities. When equities hits my certain target, I'm trading futures. To teach you how to do that. That's the way to do it. That's where these probabilities come from. You can calculate them using equities options. And our Rocket Scooter platform is the platform that does it. It predicts volume flow. This trade from here to here, every single time I take this automatically prints at 9:30. We give you the flow path. So what it's doing is predicting volume flow. All these pivots you see on the screen are going to predict volume in futures. Watch this. When you touch here and when you touch here, it's guaranteed high volume pivot. We're the first platform in the world to predict volume flow. You know, everyone can alert you to volume flow. You can predict volume flow. Whenever you get to these edges, you will see volume spikes without a doubt is predictable. So I'm going to tell you, we predict volume flow. I know there's volume here. I know there's volume there. And to show you how it works, you guys give me like 5 random tickers. So I'll do it. I'll do the lightning round really quick. I love when people ask about it. So I trade futures from here to there, right? And I double check. I got futures on another chart. I double check to make sure there's no pivots in the way. And as you see in futures, there's no pivots right now. My important pivots in futures are here and here. So I'm driving inside of futures, which is good. So when you buy our platform, you connect CQG. We'll give you your futures data feeds, which will print some futures data on the chart. Then you get our equities data feed from us, which gives you the liquidity maps and the other indicators. The 3 major indicators for futures traders that we use require a data feed, and it's $10 a month. And you get it from the New York Stock Exchange and NASDAQ. This indicator, these indicators, and the maps. This is all powered by our data. So futures allow you to switch to the futures environment. So if I want to look at my futures pivots, I click on my futures ticker. I got my futures stuff here. What we train people here to do is have your futures chart here. Like a lot of people here will do it just like this. Have their futures chart, the equities chart. Side by side. Maybe I should do that for the stream and start making it easier, but it's just because people want to see it bigger. You're literally going to have them like this on your actual trading platform. When you're trading, you're putting them side by side. Do you understand? You guys all understand they give you different sets of information. It's like when you're doing technical analysis, you're like, let me add a MACD, let me add a VWAP, let me add some RSIs. And that's confluence. It's not confluence. It's complete horseshit. But let me look at the index from the perspective of futures, okay? And these are different pivots independently calculated from different things. The green lines are based on margin requirements. The orange and blues are based on monthly and weekly options. Equities, all of this is based on options. This is based on tracking, the index tracking the stocks. So all of them are independent. They don't really go, they're not really price action based. They're all exploitative based on different principles. This is arbitrage. This is margin calls. All of our indicators are they're unique. So I'm going to look at them side by side, right? So I got SPY up here with some information and futures information. I take the most obvious and near-term information I have. So with the S&P falling like futures, I've got nothing to pivot off of. Do you see that carousel? Nothing right here. There's nothing in the way. These blues I'm not trading off of today. I'm looking for major pivots. It's a major day. We have FOMC, right? So I've got my pivots are really far away, but on the same token, SPY has a pivot. And when SPY pivots, look what happens to futures. Okay. Right at 848. You guys type me 5 random tickers. Literally. We'll notice this. 5 random tickers. I'm going to show you the volume flow. 848 exactly here. It's not as prominent as the other one, but you see there's a volume spike here. Volume spike here. The volume spike and SPY on MHP and Bear Zone. These are two 90% pivots stacked up on top of each other, 90 and 90. Create predictable volume flow. And that volume flow is reflected exactly there. Little tiny spike, but it's there. Do you see how they line up? That's how it works. So the idea is that I only trade where traders are going to be. I avoid everything else. I'm never guessing on the place. I'm never guessing on direction. I'm always just picking high probability setups, and I'm sitting out of everything else in the middle. Okay. Class, what's the probability of this right here? NVIDIA opens here. What is this probability here? Everyone give me the number. See how much you remember. End of the day close below MHP. Y'all remember the number? Below HP, 80% of days will close below. Probability we break up, 10%. Probability we bounce, 90%. 20%. NVIDIA is pressing for the two low probability moves right here. 20% and 10% are both taken off. Low probability moves have big results. I don't chase them. But you can see that NVIDIA has been playing like hedge pressure ping pong between these two pivots, right? It's trying to bring it back down to the 90%. It's trying to pivot off of the 80%. So for the whole morning, it's been fighting there. Volume spikes at each boundary. Pretty neat, right? And now this is a gamma squeeze. This is bad. Like if I were short in NVIDIA, I would close out right now. Does this make sense? Low probability moves have big upsets when you squeeze out 80, 90% of people. So if I know that I'm betting on the market reversing, I needed these 90 and 80% to short off of. If it's popping through once, if not twice, then I'm a little cautious. Now today's FOMC, so it's going to be choppy and weird. But on a normal day, I would know at this point if I was shorting NVIDIA that it's going against me. And I would be trimming already. You guys got it? It's like in NVIDIA, right now, the liquidity map is switched to bullish pressure on this side of blue. So while I'm expecting this and expecting this, these are my biggest high probability moves we broke. So if I'm trying to short NVIDIA and it's popped right here, I will close my position. A very tiny loss. Does that make sense, Carousel? That's the one you asked about. So now I know that NVIDIA has capitulated and flipped into gamma positive territory on weekly. So that's pretty much bullish. It's a reversal. Doesn't mean it has to happen. Market's obviously unpredictable, but the probabilities are what they are. And so I don't stay in a trade when it goes to low probability zone. If I'm shorting against 80 and it flips to 20, I'm not in trades when this low probability zones. Yeah, that's how I do it. Tesla, there's no acting pivots. Tesla's kind of stuck in the middle. Tesla has two pressures here, 90 and 80, and nothing. There's nothing to pivot off of. Redistribution zone, maybe. Tesla has gapped and maybe trying to fill the gap. But that's it. You have gap flow mechanics, and those are the only two pivots to trust Tesla today, here to there. High volume in each side. What else you got? Apple. When you touch any of our pivots, you know, everybody tries to sing that song every time I touch, I get the feeling. Our pivots are so good, they predict on the highest volume of the day. We print this stuff at 9:30 in the morning. What we do is we scour it. We have an army of server computers that rip the data from Opera. We get the Opera data feed. We take that data, we crunch it. We look for only delta neutralized options positions with underlying equities backing for neutral positions. We basically filter out market maker options. That's what my algorithm I created does. First in the world is the reason we're kind of going mini viral on this, because it shows you where volume. It's the first thing in history of retail trading that can predict volume. Predict. This is from 9:30 and this is an hour later. Predicts volume. You can't predict direction. You can't predict price action. The stock market is 100% random, but volume is 100% predictable. High volume spikes. Not all the volume is predictable. Obviously, the market has random action inside of it, but hedging volume is what causes the spike. Because everyone's delta hedging, everyone's likely to act here, and therefore it's predictable. Okay, so now I know if I'm trading, that's the whole point of why we teach what we teach. If I'm trading, this price doesn't matter, this price doesn't matter, this price is nothing matters. You know what matters? If I want a short or I want a long, I'm making my decision exactly here. This is the level that matters. So today with Apple, if I were shorting it and Apple's popped up above here, Apple's squeezing against me, I would close my short and again, wait to be back below here and then short it again. So if I'm trying to take a scalp or short off of Apple and it's busted above here, the volume came through and it popped to the other side, I'm out. So the idea is I'm only gonna trade where traders are. Why would I pick a spot to trade randomly? A lot of newbie traders are like, it looks like Apple's rallying. Let me get in on the rally. But yeah, look at this right here. This is what I'm saying. This is the lowest volume, and there's no traders behind you. And if you buy something and you want to flip it for money, it's called the greater fool theory. You need a bigger idiot than you to come in and buy it after you at a higher price. So the greater fool theory is what's making Bitcoin rally. There's a greater fool. There's no substance to that trade. It's fueled only by momentum at this point. Maybe there's substance in 50 years. Don't argue with me, guys. But for now, it's a useless asset. It's not even an asset. It's a speculative, non-tangible thing. It's nothing. It's hype. Yet it's rallying because of the greater fool theory. It just, because someone comes in after you. There's volume in Bitcoin across the board. Everyone wants to get in. Right now, don't trade where there's no volume. That's the trick. That's my win rate went way through the roof when I stopped trading at arbitrary spots. I only trade where volume is going to be, and either it goes my direction or it doesn't. If it doesn't, I know quick when I'm out. Apple, had I wanted to short off of here, just about right here, I'm like, oh, market squeezing against me. But it's such a small loss because I shorted only there. I didn't short this. I didn't short this. I didn't short this. I didn't short that pop. I didn't short this. I waited. I executed, and I lost. Look at this tiny little way. It gave me patience to wait for the better entry and a very quick and easy way to see when I was wrong. That's it. So that's the whole point. Okay. Apple, nothing in the way. We haven't, MSCR hasn't been shown up on the list for some reason, I don't think. Yeah. I don't know why we're not getting data for that. That's odd. But yeah. BITO. We need to modify our list to pull in more tickers. I don't know what MSCR is not on. I need to check see if it's on the list. I've just been so sick. I can manually edit it. So here, right? BITO, we're in no man's land. There's a high volume pivot here. There's a high volume pivot here. So there's nothing. Like, if I was sitting here, I'd be saying, okay, let me wait. 26.5 is going to be a volume hotspot. I'll make my decision from here. If I want to short, I want to see this break and then reverse, and then I short off of it. If I want a long, then as it's trickling down, I get like a wave of red, and then I long when everybody's shorting. So do you see how this works pretty quick? There's no predictable volume here. So 26.76 is an arbitrary spot. Why would I put in money? If I were to long here, I could be squeezed this much before I was eventually right. So why not just wait? Or if I had FOMO and I wanted to get in, then I'll long it small and then long it medium here, cost average in, and stop out the whole thing there. I trade my futures exactly the same way. So that's how our stuff, it's predicting high volume pivots. And it's 100% right. It's never wrong. That's the best part. Volume is 100% predictable. I can tell you where the traders can be. And I like to say it like this. Imagine like ancient Greek, Roman times. Let me draw with my pencil. I'm so excited to use my tablet again. Right? This is like the movie 300. This is the sequel called 350. There's a guy standing here at the top of a cliff. He's got like, I don't know how to draw a helmet, but he's wearing like a Roman helmet. It kind of looks like a penis, but bear with me here. He's looking over the edge with some binoculars, okay? And he can see down here. You know, this is the coastline. And he sees a bunch of like armies like down here, right? I know the Trojans and the Macedonians are like stomping towards each other. And these guys are walking this way. These guys are walking this way. And this guy up here is like, well, there's about to be a battle. I can see which way they're walking. It's going to be right here. With like 100% certainty. I don't know who's going to win the battle. And two big armies, but I know they're going to fight right here. Does this make sense, everyone? You can see where the fight's going to take place. This is the fight's going to take place here and here. So the idea is you can see where the fight's going to happen. Now you can make an assessment and say like, oh, well, look, half of these guys look like they're starving to death. And most of them are missing arms and legs. Well, that's where your confluence comes in. Okay, how's the fight tilted? But identifying like where the fight's going to be is like the trick. You're better off trying not to predict Bitcoin associated small caps. What do you miss? Great profit today. About 5,000, 4 to 5,000, somewhere in there. Yeah, and I'm done. I'm done until Fed. Yeah. I just longed at the open on bear zone, bull zone push on the SPY, NAS futures. Said I took my every single time trade from here to there, boom to boom. My favorite trading setup is from here to there. That's my favorite one. I take it every single time. No, 4K, 425, not 45. Sorry, 425K. You guys want to secretly know what my goal was with Apex? I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to secretly and not tell anybody to really see if they did this. I wanted to go for the first $1 million payout. I think Pat Weiland kind of beat me to the punch on the publicity stunt. That son of a bitch. I love him. He's fucking great, dude. His 500K, he milked Apex. That's insane. We're like, you know, I have respect for the OG streamers. Guy's been around for a while. Him and Matt and me have been like doing this for a long time. So he was trying to, he did the $500,000 payout. It was very impressive. I was secretly racing to be up there near the top. So I'm a little salty, but in a competitive, good sporting way. I'm very proud of him. That's a very good accomplishment. I have no issues with Apex. No, I don't. And I trade ETF, Elite Trader Funding mostly. I'm a live funded trader with Elite Trader Funding. So I'm trading a real funded account with them, and I've had no problems with them either. But it was very impressive to see. I like when my fellow YouTubers are out there crushing it. It makes me happy to see. I like when they're not scammy and they're not shitty traders. I like when they go out there and they crush it. To me, it's like, you know, us as YouTubers have responsibility to be good. There's a lot of scam and shams out there that just they trick the screen. They make you feel like they do something when they don't. Or they have garbage systems. They tell you they're amazing. Or they sell algorithmic trading systems. Or they hemorrhage money. They pretend that they don't. Or they post like their titles, amount they made when it didn't match the video as clickbait. There's all kind of scam and sham out there. So when there's somebody that's actually trading live and actually making what they make, and actually getting the payout, it's like full respect, because like you guys deserve that from us, you know. Nothing better than wanting to see your mate successful. Yeah, like I don't wish anyone bad. A lot of these people get mad at each other because of jealousy. They're mad that they're not growing or whatever. But here's the reason these gurus don't grow, is because you guys are so smart. You can detect garbage from a mile away, and it's hard to fool y'all these days. Traders are smart. People don't buy into bullshit anymore. Since COVID, we've seen so much bullshit in the educational front. You guys don't get fooled that easily anymore. Somebody can't come out there and just pretend to be big and buy a following. You'll catch on pretty soon. I've trained you guys so well that you can watch another trader and just tell they're absolutely terrible. Within 5 minutes of seeing them, because this guy's got no strategy, he's got no risk management. Because you see me doing it, and you're like, Matt's doing a whole bunch of extra layers that this other guy's not doing. So, but yeah, I was secretly trying to race to get to him. I wanted to get to $1 million at Apex. I wanted to be a publicity stunt. That's what I wanted to do. I was keeping it all secret. You guys keep asking about Apex. I'll try and keep it secret. I don't want anybody to know. But Pat got halfway there. So I'll just tell you, this is exactly what I'm doing. I want $1 million payout from Apex just to do it. Just to say that I did it. This could take me a while, but we'll see. Turn my fan up. I wasn't going to tell anybody. I wasn't going to post updates. I didn't want to draw any attention to it. So I got close to the end. I lined everything up to do it the right way. And I was going to make a little documentary about it. Why is there so much negativity towards Apex online? Because prop firm traders are hopeless gamblers sometimes. And a lot of them don't like the idea that the prop firm is changing their risk rules under their feet, making it harder to pass and harder to get payouts. And they call shenanigans, but the prop firms have to become infinitely tighter because that's the way the industry is. If they go belly up, nobody gets paid. And it's called a Nash equilibrium in math. That's what, we teach this kind of principle in trading. Everyone has to win for you to get paid out. If the prop firm's not winning, you're not going to get paid out. If they go belly up, nobody gets paid out. So if they're changing their risk rules, it's so that they don't go belly up. there's hate towards Apex, and there's some hate towards ETF and other ones because they're on the cheap side. As far as the eval, they're easier to pass and easier to win. I'm sorry, the harder to pass, harder to win. But they're on the cheaper side to play. And so the cheaper ones usually have harder rules. And when the rules get a little bit harder, people get mad. But that's because there's a bunch of fucking spoiled Gen Z and Gen Alpha kids trading. Oh, your risk rules got harder. You're trading with $100 so you can make $5,000 or $10,000 in payout. Boohoo, cry me a river. When I was trading futures, there weren't even micro futures. I had to put $10,000 in a futures account and trade my real money just to trade. And I had to trade E-minis. There weren't even discount brokers at the time. You had to have half the margin requirement in Thinkorswim. Imagine to trade one E-mini, you needed $10K in your account. That's it. I was Tradeovate. When Tradeovate started, I got a call from Ryan Hansen himself. And the people that started Tradeovate are my friends. So Rick, Ryan, I know all those guys. They called me and said, hey, we're opening a new IB. It's called Tradeovate. We want you guys, show us off on your stream. We'd love for you guys to support us. And I was like, sure. And I started a Tradeovate account. I was Tradeovate client number 67. 0067 was my account number. That was sequential. My other co-founder was 005. He was the fifth guy to start trading. We're that early in. And Tradeovate had $500 margins. It's this huge thing. Ninja kind of started that thing. But Tradeovate had like 500 margins. And we were like, oh, like we could trade $500? It's great. And then it's like, this is how long ago. So these spoiled alpha kids, oh, I gotta pay like $200 so I can make 10,000. Oh, and I'm like, bitch, I had to put 20 grand in my account to trade 2 E-minis with Thinkorswim. Fuck off. Cry me some more. Cry me another river. You want it so easy. Dude, I was making my house and car payments back then, trading with that kind of mentality. I wasn't like, oh, I get the prop firm is trading on a silver platter for the newbies. It's so easy to make money. So easy. So fucking easy to make money in this prop firm world relative to the risk you take. Let me tell you, trading's not easy. Don't quote that. Since the CFTC, trading is hard, but relative to what it used to be is easy. You don't got to put in big tons of money. Thinkorswim gave me half the margin requirement. If it was 20,000 to trade a future, 10,000, I had to put in 5 in my account, which means I could trade one mini. There weren't even micros available in 2015. So I couldn't even subdivide. I couldn't like granularity smaller than 1 E-mini, which means on a $10,000 account, if I could trade one, I get one contract. That's it. I can't double down. I can't do anything. So if I buy here and sell there, 10 points on one, oh, great, I made $500 or I lose $500. That's it for one contract. So, people have it really easy right now. It's like so easy. So easy. And when it becomes slightly less easy, people bitch and complain, oh my God, I gotta have a consistency rule now. Oh, it's so hard. My life is so hard. Oh, consistency rule. I can't just make all my money just betting on the Fed. Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I have to win 8 days in a row to get paid out 8 whole days. Oh, I can't make that. I can't win 8 trading days before blowing up because you're a fucking garbage trader, new kid. That's why. Everyone wants to make what? I want to make $10,000 in 8 days, risking $200. What do you mean? Zoom is live and YouTube typically has a 30-second delay when I'm on Zoom. Zoom is for the benefit of, if you pay for our subscription, my live stream is not delayed. The free stream is delayed 30 seconds. I'm not doing Zoom right now because it's too much to manage. I still got to set up Zoom. That's another reason, but I'll be back on Zoom tomorrow in the morning. So you'll get my stream 30 seconds live. Zoom is real time. So I've been treated with real time streams for like the last 3 days, but it's always delayed. So you guys can copy my trades on Zoom, on YouTube for free. That's the easy thing. You subscribe to us, you get Zoom calls, free access live. Yep. So in the public, we don't, it's so that you guys can't. Don't just sit here and watch for free and then do what I do. But yeah, that's why everybody complains and bitches, because it's a bunch of spoiled kids. They don't know what it's like to actually trade. Yeah, you can't win all. You have to have certain consistency, so you can't just gamble yourself into a $10,000 payout with one trade. You have to trade a minimum amount for a number of days to get a payout. You have to show that you're actually a decent trader for a very small window of time. You only need, what, 8 days or something like that with Apex. Right? You can't go 8 days without blowing up your account. You're a fucking garbage trader. Whoever complains. You can't, it takes 8 days and you blow up. You blow up. You can't, you draw down your account that much in 8 days. You don't deserve money as a trader, but that's what everybody thinks they deserve money as a trader. I get busted my ass. I buy my house, my cars with trading money. Yeah. I put in my dues for that. I took losses to get here. I didn't trader funding program to get here. Now I talk about it because it's popular, but that's why people complain. And just because it's not like so easy. Oh, whoa, my life is so hard. Oh, consistent rule, I can't do it. Oh, they changed the rule on me. I have to trade 10 days instead of 8. Oh, they're scam. That's what it is. All it is. That's all it is, man. It's so easy to make money in this world relative to what it used to be. So easy. Risking nothing. That's why it's easy to make money. You don't risk anything. 90% off sale. You get your eval for $20. You get 20 of them. Don't trade them together. There's no way you should blow up 20 accounts. One of them should pass. $10 or $15, I think, is what it gets at Apex when it's 90% off. $15 for the 100K account, static. For $300, you risk $300 for 20 chances of a 5 or 10 six-figure payout? For $200? Bro, I wish I was born 10 years later. Oh my God. You know how many hundreds of thousands of dollars it cost me as a trader to pay my dues to learn? In 2010 when I started, I was throwing money in a trading account to get started. Having to put in 10K and then blow it up in a futures account because there's no micros, 15 years ago. Am I red? Oh, dude, I'm sick. I got the flu, man. Very sick today. Turn my fan on. I got a new fan with a thing. Oh, it has a dimmer switch. Check this out. I can turn the light on. Hold on. Look at that. Let there be lights. Let the light go away. Look how cool that is. Let's give it a little bit of light. So people get mad when they change the rules. That's what makes people mostly mad. Or when they deny payouts. And the reason people get denied payouts a lot of times is because they just didn't follow the rules and they were not competent enough to understand what rule they were breaking. Like they just didn't know the rules. A lot of times you'll get denied payout for shenanigan reasons. Apex has been called out for that before. Like people say I didn't break any rules and I still got denied. And they quoted some open-ended rule, like something that was open-ended, like we just don't think you're using a good strategy. Something stupid. And that's where it gets bad. Where it's like an unwritten rule that you broke. I've heard that somebody made a claim of that before. I don't know. I saw some dude online, Dan something post. I think it was Apex. I don't even know. Some influencer I never heard of. But I remember him saying, like, you showed a perfect consistency curve. Yeah, Dan with an E or something. You showed a consistency curve like this. It was straight. He wasn't doing high frequency, had a pretty decent win rate, and his payout denied. And I just remember reading that on Twitter, and it caused a little bit of heat for a little bit. And again, I didn't really follow up to know what really happened, but I was like, didn't look like they drew down, didn't look like anything. Why'd they get denied? Explain the process for new futures trader versus stock traders trading indices. Yeah, so if you're day trading, you should never trade equities for any reason whatsoever. There's a huge benefit. Day traders. You should never, for index day traders. I repeat, never trade
Again, don't hate me for this. ETF, stock, or options. This is stupid. I'll tell you why. Never day trade. Never day trade. Day trade. Okay?
Especially the index. Never. No SPY options, no SPX options. This is stupidity. There's no mathematical benefit to doing this. Here's the reason. Number one, you have to be a PDT, which means you need 25K in your account to do your rolling trade, day trades over the period you qualify for PDT. It means you have to maintain a minimum balance. Number one. Number two, taxes. The reason people still trade options is because they're total newbies. Taxes. When you start making money as a trader, you care about your biggest enemy at that point. It's not winning. When you make money as a trader, it's not winning. You're fighting Uncle Sam at that point. You're taxed on top of your income. It's capital gains. So if you're at 40% or whatever, your tax is all your gains gone. That's it. Major reasons. Okay. Terrible. Number three with options. And the added complexity of Greeks. Your options position can go worthless. Your futures position will not unless you hit a margin call, which is a very large run. An options position that moves here will go worthless before a futures position that goes here. The way the leverage works on options in futures are both levered instruments. But Greeks add added complexity to make it harder. You're a new trader, why make it harder for yourself? So you're taxed higher, you need an account minimum. Greeks are harder. That's a problem. Always trade futures. Always if you're day trading in and out. Futures, always futures. Number one, no PDT. Number two, account minimums with most FCMs are roughly $100. The AMP is 100, edge clears 500. Number three, no Greeks, oh my God. It's a straight run. Market goes up, you make money. Market goes down, you make money. With options, if it stays flat, you can lose money when it goes nowhere. Number four, taxes, 60-40 rule. 60% of your trade is at long-term capital gains. Oh my God. It's like you held your day trade for a year. It's amazing. A long time ago, the commodities industry got special permission from the IRS to be taxed. It's a tax break for commodities traders because we subsidize the farming agricultural industries. Subsidized means the government pumps money into them to make it cheaper. Your fruits and vegetables aren't very expensive, and we throw a lot of it away. So people would go under, farmers would go under if the market wasn't subsidized. So for further subsidization, they get tax break. It's 100% short-term capital gains for equities. It's only 40% here. Your effective tax rate drops 20%. So when you're trading, futures is the way to go. And when you start making money as a day trader in and out, you're going to wonder where 20K for every 100K you made went. It's Uncle Sam for trading the same fucking thing, S&P. Trade S&P and NASDAQ. Why trade options? People get 10,000, whatever percent gain on options, you get the same leverage in futures. Number five, which is, I don't have room here, is the granularity. Futures you could trade with like pennies these days. You get future, you have S&P futures, you have E-mini, you have micro, I have nano futures now. You can literally, like if the E-mini is 500 and the micro is 50, the nano is $5. You could trade with like your lunch money these days with futures. They made it so easy. And fees, for most of the time, your fees on futures were slightly cheaper than your equities commissions. Now I think equities commissions brokers used to lower, but in the mid 2000s, I would be charged like $10 per trade on no matter what the size was. With Thinkorswim was a fixed amount, so that was $20 round trip, no matter what. So as a new trader, futures is the way to go. When you're learning with us, we'll teach you like how futures works. Futures gives you the granularity, so you can trade with as low risk as you want. Trade nanos, minis. Micros. If you're trading like 1 or 2 micros, you're going to go up and down a couple $100 a day. Fully manageable for most people that are new. If you buy option, you buy an SPX option and you're wrong. Like an example is like here. If right here, I buy an SPX put that expires today at 6:04. And this happens and I lose all my money. I just tried to short the S&P. I lost a little bit of money. Futures. So the idea is futures and equities trading are both hard. Don't let me say that's easier. Futures just there's no benefit. If futures can trade around the clock, so you can trade overnight, you can hedge overnight. Futures a 23-hour market. There is no benefit to the equities world over the futures world. There's zero. You put them tit for tat. There's not one category where equities beats futures. You guys understand that? There's no benefit. Then when you do a pro and con list, all the pros line up in futures. Every benefit is better. You can better leverage, trade around the clock, no account minimum, better taxes. So, source somewhere to go. Yeah. So when you trade futures, you have to understand the complexities of futures, which doesn't take hard to learn at all. So when you trade in futures, whether you're doing a funded Rob, you're doing a funded program, or you're doing like your own account. I know I only took this trade here. I'm out of the way for bed. The market looked pretty good today. What's up, Jeff? Wait, the CME is rolling out single stock futures again? They just got rid of it 2 years ago. I didn't know that. So they got rid of it, right? You had single stock futures was one part of quad witching, and they got rid of it in 2022, I think. That's back. The CME group, they got rid of it because nobody traded it. But they're expanding, right? So the CME group, by the way, the CME group, as I learned recently, just filed to become an FCM. Did y'all read that? They got approved this year to become an FCM. The CME group's going to become a broker. This industry, dude, I don't know what this means for the prop industry. The CME is about to take over everything. Tradeovate's going to be competing with the CME group now. Anyways, I don't know if that's a monopoly happening here, but single stock futures, the futures world has always been trying to compete with the stock world. That's why they make competitive stock products. Example, futures used to be just trading tangible things like oil and whatever, right? And so, the most traded instrument in the world for the longest time was SPY. It was the most traded instrument in the world. And many years ago, the futures had no equivalent commodities world product to compete with that. So like everyone trade the index. Just think of it like this: Coke and Pepsi, right? Coke is your stock market, Pepsi's your futures market. They're both trying to sell you a soda. Coke makes a Sprite, Pepsi makes a 7-Up or whatever it is. So for SPX, the Coke industry had SPY, and the Pepsi industry was like, well, we only do commodities, tangible things, oil, wheat, oranges, whatever. And so let's create a product. Because remember, futures, they expire and they deliver a commodity to you. If you have an oil contract, for example, it delivers 1,000 barrels of oil to you at the end of the day. But SPX, they created something called ES. It's an instrument that doesn't deliver anything. It's one of the very rare ones, kind of like a treasury future, that doesn't deliver anything. There's no delivery. It's a special consideration that they made. Essentially, it's just a gambling instrument. They just created a cash-settled gambling instrument. It serves no other purpose but other than gambling. So they're like, well, we need it. They make all these commissions in the equities world. Well, shit, we need to get in on that. We need to make some money on S&P. Let's create S&P futures and E-mini futures and then micros and nanos and whatever. So they're trying to create competitive products that don't settle with anything other than cash. They're speculative gambling instruments, right? And then like over here, they'll have Tesla. And then they're like, well, shit, let's just make Tesla futures, whatever. We need to create a gambling product for this. Now, options settle in stocks. I don't really know the mechanics of single stock futures. If they settle in like an option, do they deliver the stock to you or they just cash settle that? I don't know.
Trying to tax their transactions? Really? Wow, that's crazy. Well, they make so much money now. They can try to... But the idea that single stock futures exist is for the commodities world to get a piece of the pie. That's why they do it. Don't forget, guys, our classes, we made them only $20 for you guys to take them before I get out of here. Made about $5 grand today, no big. Small day. Go here. If you guys enter this, everybody do this. If you'd like to check out our program, full program, half price right here. It's half price for the first month. If you subscribe to that, you come to our courses, everyday Zoom call, twice a day we do training. I teach you the high probability setups. You will learn the 90% setups, the 80%, and the 70% setups. The only ones I use. Today's trade, I take this every single time. It's a 90% setup from here to here. That's it. We'll train you on that. My results don't apply your results, but if you enter, you get our monthly thing. We're going to do a drawing and give out lifetime memberships for anybody that's a monthly member. You have to be subscribed at the time of the drawing. If you want to just do our classes, this is the best trading class you'll ever touch in your entire life. By far, I promise. I'm so convinced in that. And I tell people after 3 days, you can ask for a full refund. We made it. So we don't even sell it. We sold it at Black Friday. And everybody was like, I missed out. I want to do it. So we brought it back. It's $20. Usually it's free if you're a member. So if you just want the classes without the platform, $20. And after 3 days, you don't like it, you ask for a refund. But I'm going to tell you something. I've been doing this since 2016, and I have 0 people ask me for a refund in 3 days. 0. After doing $10 million worth of whatever business, after 10 years of doing this almost, never once has a refund been asked for our courses in 3 days. You can use overnight. We have overnight dynamic calculations that are used in the overnights. So if you trade after hours, you have pivots for that. They're shown right here on the chart. These are pivots. This is high volume pivot. High volume pivot, high volume pivot. So like, let's look at NASDAQ overnight. Look, see these blue pivots? Again, all of our pivots are predictable, high volume. Last night NASDAQ was such, and I missed this trade because I was napping. But NASDAQ dumped at the MHP. A lot of our traders jumped right up on that from here to here. This is a 90% pivot. Who took the MHP last night? I didn't touch it, but I was napping. You cannot argue with the high volume predictability of our pivots. Look at the high volume here. NASDAQ dumped at the open and then recovered all of it. See that? So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it. I said, you know what? Probably overnight. I'll check it like in the middle of the night just to see if it hit that. And after I woke up from my nap, I saw this and I was like, oh damn it! Like I wanted to tap MHP all week on the overnight. And you can see it's like you're pivoting here. You see the blue line is high volume. Blue line, high volume. It's predictable. All of our stuff is predictable, high volume. It's the only pivots that matter to me. So as you see, the market is definitely pivoting there. So, and these are overnight. So we publish these at 5:45. These are also exploits of the positional risk of market makers as well. Everything else. Oh, 100% would have taken that trade. This. Dude, I would have long from here. Oh God, I would have bought and held for the whole day. I would have woken up with that trade. I would have bought MHP, set a stop loss, and then just, decide to wake up where I was. And then today, the market fell to the same spot. Or I would have closed out at my next pivot, which should have been here. Like I would have held until that happened. That'd have been a great 130 point move. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, we created this. I'm an engineer by my background's in engineering. We started this group with 3 mathematicians and engineers. Our goal was to create valuable, valid trading techniques that exploit mechanical parts. So MHP is exploiting a process called delta hedging. Identifying where market makers zero their risk is something I'm able to do. I'm kind of a math guy. I was a child math prodigy. I know it sounds kind of weird to hear me be the goofy guy on stream. I was a highly talented mathematician as a young kid. So solving problems is my specialty. I'm a very talented chess player. And so, math and logic problems and thinking ahead and planning is like my thing. And so we started this group to look, what are consistent things? The market is a machine now. It's not a bunch of people yelling and screaming at each other, buy, sell, this, whatever. It's a machine. It's a machine that controls the market based on liquidity, available liquidity. Hold on, let me text my name real quick. So the idea was, what's mechanical? Now that the CME group's a machine, the Globex is a machine that controls the market. They release all these protocols. They release all these patents. There's all these equations that run the market. There's an equation that sets margin requirement. There's an equation that gaps futures. There's an equation that shows what happens if an order comes in too big against the ask size. All these mechanical robotic things take over to regulate the market. There's like all these control systems on the market now. As a chemical engineer, I specialize in control systems. I took a class called control systems, actually. And so any kind of mathematical feedback loop that's working on itself is a predictable thing. You can recreate from information available. You can recreate the inputs from it that went into it. So the idea is that, okay, the CME group released all these patents. They made all these videos. And so I'm like, this is golden knowledge. How come nobody thought of this? They're like, here's exactly the equation we used to set the opening price of the Globex. Wait, I thought this was supply and demand. I thought humans set that price, where people want to buy and sell. Nope. The CME group calculates where futures open every day. Did you know that? 6 o'clock Eastern, when the futures market opens, the price it opens at, gaps up, gaps down, is a calculation output of the IOP. The CME group calculates where it should open, and they open it there. Wait, how do they open it there? How does the Globex open it there? I thought the bid and ask is set by a human. It absolutely is not. The bid and ask is set by a machine. Humans must line up behind the machine. You might not have known that. And that's why I'm here to teach you how futures market really works. So we exploit those things. Can I describe how this MHP and the gamma get executed overnight? It's in futures itself, Gus. It's MHP, but in futures. People are hedging in futures for their equities positions they have. The equities market is closed. You can still hedge if you have short exposure at 22,201 is your equivalent short exposure in QQQ option or whatever equities. Then you can go short futures at that place to hedge your other position. Futures, most of the time, for many different types of trades, are tandem trades and in a complex hedging strategy with hedge funds. Hedge funds are constantly shorting futures to offset their long exposure in the equities market. So you might be long all kind of stock. All of a sudden, London is crashing, right? You might need to go out there and hedge your bets. You'll go short some futures. Chris, thank you. Appreciate you, bro. We're glad you guys are here every day, man. But like I said, like I don't try to be super mathematical. It kind of scares people away when they see it's all like math talk. But you got to trust that under the hood, we're very accomplished mathematicians. We're doing the right stuff, and we have a community of people inside of our community that volunteer to do these case studies for us to create these techniques. So it's not like I just made something and sold it to everybody. It's like a member community of people that contribute. We just created a whole new procedure for this blue line. The blue line efficacy just went up from 60% same side close to 80%. We did a case study, and we improved the calculation by including a more rigorous model for parameters like time-related options decay and things like that on certain types of options. They made the percentage go up, and it's a huge study that a lot of people that are like more of the like math-focused data mining people, they love to get in on it because they love to see the process under the hood, and we kind of reveal how it all works a little bit, not all of it, but most of it, and like proprietary stuff we keep under lock and key, but we share all the test results. We sent out Google Sheet on that one. Everybody got to see what the odds were of that, and then the entire community voted. Do we change the calculation? Everybody votes yes. If one person votes no, we don't do it. So it's a member-driven, community-driven thing, and like the whole idea is that we're going kind of mini viral on this whole premise. Our stream has doubled in size in the last month. It's kind of cool to see us grow. People like the idea that there's something different out there. What's up, Jason? Morning. Someone on this channel looking for a trading edge. I've been through a lot of channels. How does it feel, Danny? Trading edge to me is somebody that says this happens this percent of the time. Probability. And here's how I act. Do I long here? Do I short here? How much do I long? Where do I get out? What's my R&R on the trade? Edges have all those pieces. Tell all your friends about the best kept secret. Yeah, I didn't go out there as like a, flashy, it's kind of funny because I have flashy stuff. I'm not like posting like 5 dozen pictures of my car on social media to draw a crowd. I know it's a trader thing to do. It draws a crowd, but also draws a crowd of idiots. And we have the least turnover of any trading room. People join for life. There's a lot of people that just churn and burn. They go back and forth and bounce. Once people like subscribe here, they don't go anywhere else. I have people that subscribe here and quit, and they come back after they go to the next thing. There's no comparison. The complexity that you're seeking is here. If you want something different, it's here. If you want something average, it's everywhere. But we'll make you think, we'll challenge you, we'll train you. It'll be a different experience by far. And we're very proud of what we've made. Flashiness in the industry is toxic. Yeah. I haven't even posted a picture of my brand new house. I just bought a ballin' ass house in a Richie Rich community, gated community with security guards in the middle of the city, the hottest areas of the city. I can post a picture of it and then people be like, damn, bro, I'm joining your trade room. And I haven't even posted a picture of it. It's not my mentality to bait people in trader porn. Did you guys know I had a fully souped up Porsche Panamera? I think 6-7 years ago. It was white with white tipped wheels. It's a $200,000 car. You ever see me post a picture of it on my Twitter? Yeah. One time I posted a picture when I had a flat tire during Hurricane Harvey or whatever. And I posted a picture of the flat tire. And I go, guys, I have a busted tire. I can't stream today. And in the corner of it, somebody could see that they were Pirellis or whatever the tire was. So he goes, hey, do you drive a Porsche? I was like, oh, yeah, I do. They go, whoa, what kind? And I talked about it. People are like, oh, I never knew you had a, whoa, I love that car. That's me. Like, that's kind of how it was. I was like, oh, yeah, I never post pictures of it. You know what I mean? So I've just never been the flashy guy. I'm wearing a hoodie and a t-shirt. But I mean, I do pretty okay for myself. But if you post 25 pictures of a McLaren, you're going to get some traction. All my trading friends that I hang out with in Houston are in like a McLaren club. And Lambo, bro, I know, right? I hate Lambos. I mean, they look pretty, but I hate driving them. I hate driving little squash cars like that. I'm an Aston Martin guy. If I'm going to spend $300 to $400 on a car, I'm going to tricked up DB11 straight up. That's my car. That's what I think it's the sexiest car ever. I like 4-door or 2-door sports sedans. I love Aston Martin. Gorgeous. When I'm going to open a charity, I don't know. I never thought of that. But yeah, you see these traders. There used to be one joker on YouTube. That used to be like, "Look at my mansion." It was call his house a mansion. The guy had like a I don't know $700,000 house that appreciated after COVID to $1 million. Started calling it a mansion. You call yourself a mansion? It's the cringiest thing in the world. A mansion? Who says that? What the fuck? My house costs more than that. I don't call it a mansion. Like honestly, like who says that? A mansion's a sprawling manor, like 20 rooms and a fucking butler that lives there and a guest staff. You know, like it must be impressive to somebody that their own house is worth $1 million. That's every house in every major city, man. These kids though. Yeah, some joker YouTuber gets like 40 people watch him a day. Calls his house a mansion. It's the cringiest thing I've ever heard of. Argue with other traders. Look, I got a mansion, bro. It's not a mansion. Your carpet looks like somebody's grandma's carpet. It's just a house. A mini mansion, yeah. A mansion, what the hell? I live in a mansion, guys. I came from a mansion. I lived in a mansion. What? Who says that? These traders are so cringy. So cringy. Mansions don't have carpet. Yeah. Some YouTuber calling themselves living in a mansion. What? You know, there was probably the 40 people that watched that person. There must have been highly impressionable children. But you notice there's not 1,000 people watching that person. You know why? Because 99% of people find that to be very cringy. 99% of people will find that to be irritating. To say that. They will look at that and not believe that. The only person that would believe that would be some poor kid that doesn't have anything. That thinks, yeah, that could be my life. It's not a mansion unless when you walk up to your door, someone opens your door for you. Then you're living in a mansion. That's a mansion right there. Wednesday. Oh shit. Wednesday lives in a mansion. 5,000 square feet. Bro, can I come to your mansion party? 5,000 square feet is the minimum cutoff for mansion. People are fucking idiots in this industry. It's so stupid. And it's so stupid how impressionable people are. Desperate people. The reason I don't show off, and I could show off to boost the business. I have integrity and I don't, because I think that that's inappropriate. I think it's inappropriate to show somebody what you have to entice them to buy the stuff that you are selling. You're saying you could be me, and that what's his name, Alex Hermosi, fucking joke. The same made his whole fortune off of that. Makes so much money off of that. Well, look at me. Look at what I do. I can build your business. This can be you, and it can't be you. But you think it's you, so you buy their service or whatever. They're marketing people. That's all they do. Made a fortune, 100 million. We're guys with $100 million selling absolutely nothing. That's the best part. Other than hope. Oh, I have a business. I can be rich like this guy. Yeah, let me trust him with my money. And then that's it. They sell you an impression. Look at this. Look at this guy's money. Look at this guy giving away a Tesla, giving away a car. Like, oh my God, I want to be part of this. This wealth sells. That's it. Worth not work. You don't sell anything substantial. What did you invent, guy? Nothing. What did Elon Musk invent? A lot of things. So there's a lot of business built off of the hope of you becoming wealthy. And you'll pay somebody with the hope of being just like them. They flaunt their wealth. And you think, I can be like this person. Let me buy their service. And I can easily do that. It's no question that I'm wealthy, right? I don't do it. I don't dress it. I don't own a Rolex. I wear hoodies and band t-shirts. Like I don't think it's appropriate. I've never done it. All right, so we're just waiting. Is it bull zone good day? No, it's FOMC. You gotta wait. Let the market do its thing today. I'm gonna tell you what to do. Do whatever you want. You can try to do anything you want. Here, 90% of days are here. 10% of days are here. It's a small problem. I don't trade small probability zones that much. Well, actually, it's right on the edge. It's kind of hard to say. But But yeah, this is a long entry point if one were to be long on a normal day. I would normally take it if it wasn't FOMC. But you guys know me, the reason I take this trade and get out is because I don't trust moves like this. See how good that is? Winston now? Too smart for that. Yeah, people posting pictures of their car. People landscape their house. Or get like a new TV or a new swimming pool or a new something. Call their house a mansion, things like that. These traders are goofy. You ask them for their broker statement or something, they'll usually work around answering the question. They all make their money off of marketing themselves. The Alex Hermosi model. You just market yourself. People will hand you money so they can be just like you. But the funny thing is I'm the one with the goods. I'm the one that could do that easily. I could become the biggest influencer in trading if I just showed pictures of my bank accounts, things like that, or my trading gains or whatever. My house, my car, whatever. The only thing I usually brag about is like my office or my tech stuff because I like building things, but because I built it, or I show pictures of my garden because I built it. There's never like 25 different angles of my Maserati, you know, like check out the back, check out the front. Car wash, guys, look how clean it is. I don't do that shit. And I think that's just because it's not fair. I want people, and that's why we have the lowest turnover. Because people don't come in here on that hope and then they don't put in the work and they quit. People that come here are like, oh, I'm actually learning something. I didn't sit here and sell you an image of myself. And so you weren't baited into buying off of hope. I feel like the government agencies have a big problem with you selling something to sell like a trading product. Anyways, you shouldn't be promoting it like it's easy or achievable. I should build a real live rocket scooter. That'd be fucking dope. Fly that thing to the moon, baby. So again, there's no trade zone here. We're back in the normal mean reversion area. Yeah, it's FOMC. Just let it play. Let the market do its thing. Come back to the press conference. Is that why I'm the GOAT? Well, thank you. But yeah, like I do have a nice car and stuff. Relatively nice. It's not used to get subscriptions. I want people that will learn how to trade. We want substance. We want people to like, you know, tell everybody this is the best thing I've ever found in trading by far. That to me is worth more than making 10 times what we could be making. People go, this thing is awesome. These guys made us not like anything else. It's different. They made this. We built it. We didn't copy anybody else's stuff. We're not like recycling anybody else's garbage. What you see here, I invented this. I made this. I built this. I created this. I conceptualized it. I did the data. I assembled a team of volunteers to help compile the data. Members I couldn't thank enough to help me chew on months of data to come up with stats, to do back tests, to test the validity of all of this, right? We have a legitimate crew with a legitimate following. That's all I care about. Nobody was tricked. Dude, send me, like, I want the rocket scooter to have jet engines on it. I want to have afterburners, and I need you to mail it to my mansion. I'll send you the address. I'll have my butler answer the door. What do you think about dark pool flow? Dark pool flow is not useful. In retrospect, it's a hindsight tool. It's not useful at forecasting. It's already effectively priced in, and it's reported after the fact. So it's just like open and closing volume. It's a trade that's already happened, and it's a one-time trade, and it can give you insight as to the nature of why somebody would be wanting to hide a position from there, but their motivations you don't know. Why were they hiding that position? Were they trying to sneak out? Were they trying to sneak in? It's hard to say. And because it's an after-the-fact trade, the data feeds that you get from dark pool are always going to be delayed, so it's not actionable. That's what I feel about it, Lucas. Other people may disagree, but to me, when you receive information of something that's already happened, it's no different than price action. All the orders from an hour ago is an hour ago. An hour ago's, if you believe in dark pool, then you're believing in technical analysis, right? So, it's my mouse freezing. Come on. Like, the orders that took place just off of it, like on the actual exchange here, I can see them an hour later. Is it useful information now? What about the dark pool flow reported here from a trade that took place there? Is it useful? It's up to you to decide. I personally don't find it useful, the same reason I don't find candles or price action or price history useful. It's after the fact knowledge. It can tell a story as to why things had happened, but that's to explain the past. It can't explain the future. And that's my stance. Technical analysis and dark pool cannot predict the future, so I don't use them. What can predict the future is volume prediction. You guys may have noticed S&P futures has a volume spike when we pass through bull zone, exactly as I teach you guys. I can predict the future every single time when it comes to volume. I never fail. So nobody shut me down making those claims. It never fails. Never fails to predict volume at the zone interfaces. Is 100% guaranteed to find hedging volume. Unless the industry stops delta hedging, you will find volume flow there every time. We will predict volume flow before it happens. That's different. So to me, I needed indicators that can show me where things will be before they happen. I can act on it. I would normally buy at 605 if we open up above 605. Because we open in mean reversion, we're likely to close around less than 605. So I'm not longing. I don't take the 10% break chance. So ask me would I take the long here. If it wasn't FOMC, I may take a gamble long with a small position. But you guys know me. I take the high probability setups only. We actually opened slightly below in bear zone. Okay, slightly below. So the probabilities are 90%. Why do I have the big dot there? Let's draw that smaller. I only trade in high probability zones. The break, I took an MHP break on here, which I do take, but I get out of the way every time. Because probabilistically, this can end up down in here. So I don't trade in low probability zones that often. All right, I appreciate y'all tuning in for today. This was great. Don't forget, sign up for our Zoom calls. We made them $20 for a short period of time. That's it. I'm gonna get out of here. We'll come back at FOMC. If I'm feeling better, I'll stream. Made about $5,000 today, give or take. I'm not unhappy with that. I'll be trading at the press conference if I hit some of my targets. Remember, technical analysis is dying slowly. It's no longer useful. It's no longer good. The institutions that sell that stuff are becoming very desperate for sales. The new school of thought is volume prediction. We pioneered this field. It will be what people are teaching 20 years from now. It'll be the only way to trade. But now you're getting it early. The volume prediction is identifying where traders will be. I'm not arbitrarily trading. I'm not in bull traps and bear traps. I'm trading where I know volume will be, and that's it. And I only take high probability setups. Your rocket scooter will teach you probability reading, how to read the market for 90, 80, 70% probabilistic moves. We'll teach you how to plan trades around it, how to bet, everything. We teach you the whole gambit. It's only $20 for 20 classes. It's $1 a piece. You have to sign up. We brought that back. If you just want to take the classes, these classes will teach you something you've never known before. And people sing our praises. You can read the reviews. There's like 70 something, 60, 70 something 5-star reviews, all 5-star from actual customers. Yes, a refund within 3 days. Nobody's ever asked for a refund within 3 days. That says you a lot about what we do. So join us, man. We'd love to have you guys. We'll teach y'all whatever and come back. We'll be FOMC press conference. We'll be live at now 1 o'clock. I'm going to go rest again. I'll see y'all later. Flu sucks. I'm going to rest up.